Hi. I chose the question that is a response to the story I Am the Grass. I chose to discuss the prompt, is the story about war or peace? So, I think that this story and the conversation about war or peace, is two sides of the same coin. So, one being war and one being peace. I think the story is part of both. And I think war and peace are both central into the story. So, the main character is constantly at war within himself between his past actions in the Vietnam War as an infantryman. And he's at war within his current actions as a husband, a father, and a surgeon. Although I'm sure this is something he lives with consistently throughout his life, his current trip back to Vietnam for cleft palate work, surgical cleft palate work, is bringing up the war that he tries to suppress daily. So this trip that he's going on is bringing up problems in his mind that he consistently is trying to suppress. And I think that the daily peace pursuit that he has because of his actions in the war is bringing up a new war within himself because he's going back to where he was, only this time with a very different purpose. So, just as it seemed that he was making peace within with Din, the other main character, the Din is he's also a surgeon, but he is in charge of the hospital in which the main character is going to be doing his surgical cleft palate work. So he's working closely with Din because Din's going to be supervising and overseeing what is going on. He made peace and he made almost a friendship with Din, and Din asked him to transplant his toe to his thumbs, which coincidentally were taken off as a prisoner of war when Din himself was also in the war. So basically, it's really interesting that the two main characters were both in the war fighting against each other, and now they're back together, working together to create peace together back in Vietnam. So basically, it seemed throughout the story as if the main character was, starting to experience some peace within himself, and then, in the end, basically the transplant didn't take, and he got the toe or the thumb basically developed a gangrene infection, and they had to take it off. And basically, this ended with a whole nother war within the main character on his way back home because he viewed the surgery as a failure. Obviously, we can't know exactly how he felt because it wasn't 100% stated, but he was, he said that he was ready to go and he didn't want to be there anymore and he couldn't wait to get home. So I feel as if even though there was war and peace, and the main situation that was happening in the story was a lot of war, and every time he found some peace within himself, a little bit, just a little glimpse, it seemed to be taken away. Whether or not this was the truth, it seemed that this was the truth for the character.